Chapter 44, Final Outcome and Subsidiary Features 3. Therefore, there are not many people in the School of Enlightened Mind. And there are even fewer people in the School of Enlightened Mind who meet the training requirements of our branch. Now, do you know why I specially recruited you? And Zhao Xoxui said. Zhu Tui nodded. In the introspective state, the insides of a person's body, including any changes to their head, caused by mental activity, would be clearly reflected in every detail. It could make the accuracy and efficiency of activating the genetic base points of a person's mind power higher. It could also speed up the activation of relevant genetic base points to enhance a person's mind power. That includes the fact that one has an immense advantage when it comes to activating genetic ability chains in the middle and late stages. Seeing that Zhu Tui was a little confused, and Zhao Xoxui added, for example, the ability chain of X-ray vision requires a total of 8 genetic base points. However, based on the statistics, students who specialized in this ability in the School of Vision needed an average of 15 genetic base points to activate X-ray vision, even if they used a training method unique to the School of Vision. The average accuracy of activating it is 50%. What about the 7 extra genetic base points? Zhu Tui asked in shock. It might be used on the other genetic ability chains later on. They might also be useless and drag you down. Humans had accumulated countless genes through their millions of years of evolution. Many of these genes might be useful compared to the environment back then. However, at this point, it would become a side effect. It might even be a disaster. Wouldn't that be hitting the jackpot? Zhu Tui blurted out. More or less, and Zhao Xoxui nodded. In the first 30 years of the Great Genetic, activating genetic base points was called hitting the jackpot. It was also called roulette. It is also because of the personal experiences and countless trials conducted by countless predecessors during these 100 years that we have such a systematic and safe way of activating genetic base points. Comparatively, the accuracy of activating the extreme branch is much higher than that of the mystery branch, and Zhao Xoxui explained. The accuracy of our mystery branch is a little lower. What happens after we have introspection? Based on the individual, the probability of the activation being accurate is at least 70%. It's also possible for it to be 90%. And Zhao Xu's expression turned stern when she said this. Remember, even if those that could be activated by a single genetic base point can bring about a slight change to your ability, it's still useless. The more advanced you got, the more useless it became. Only by forming a systematic set of genetic ability chains would there be room for great improvement and potential. However, our energy and resources are limited. Thus, we have to activate as few useless genetic base points as possible. I understand. Oh, yes, teacher. I have a question. Speak. Other than being able to see the smallest changes to our bodies clearly with our introspection ability, and helping us accurately find the genetic base points we need to activate, what else can we do with it? Zhu Tui asked. Zhu Tui wanted to know if Zhao Xoxui and the rest of the students had the ability to see genetic base points directly through illusory introspection. There are many uses for introspection. However, it should not have any other use other than activating genetic base points, and Zhao Xoxui said. Zhu Tui had a thought. It looked like his introspection was different from others. Do you have any other questions? No, not for the time being. Teacher, what about the method of activating the genetic base points in our line? Zhu Tui asked. It's all here, and Zhao Xoxui tossed Zhu Tui a projection card. The rights to this projection card have been set. Only your personal device can use it. Take a good look when you get back. Ask me if you don't understand anything. If you really can't find any accurate genetic base points, I can directly guide you. Thank you, Miss N. Oh, yes, remember not to tell anyone else, no matter how good your relationship is. And Zhao Xoxui suddenly looked at Zhu Tui with a meaningful gaze. Miss Anne, I understand. You don't understand. I'm not warning you. It's a kind reminder. If you tell the others about this secret technique and they rashly attempt to train it, it would only be harming them instead of helping them. Do you understand? And Zhao Xoxui said seriously. Teacher, I really understand now. Zhu Tui nodded seriously.